We had such a wonderful experience designing and building our home that I thought I'd share it. This time I'm sharing it again with a little bit of a different perspective because we built it 6 years ago. It's now 2024 and we were building in 2017, 2018. So we've had some time to enjoy living here and reflect on the experience. And I recorded it all. I did put it up on another YouTube channel that I had, but it wasn't really anything connected with house building or lifestyle in Chiang Mai or in northern Thailand. So I thought I'd re-edit the videos and group them together and give a little bit of explanation or reflection on the experience, what it's like, what it was like building and what it was like dealing with contractors and stuff like that, but then also how it has been living here and enjoying it and developing our gardens. We'd never done anything like this before, we'd never designed a house and we'd certainly never worked with contractors to build one, but like I said, it was a really great experience. It was very positive, and so if you're looking to do the same thing, I hope these videos will encourage you to do the same, and also that you'll have a wonderful experience as we did. I'd been living in Chiang Mai for about 16 years. I'd been together with my wife Pansa for about 4 years, and we decided at one point that we'd love to own our own home. We'd been renting, I'd rented a townhouse, and I'd actually never lived so close to other people in all my life. I'd had people on both sides of me and behind me and in front of me across the street, and we wanted something a bit quieter, a bit more peaceful and with a bit more space. So we started exploring and looking around, and we settled on this piece of land here down near Chom Tong at the base of Doi Intanon, which is Thailand's highest mountain. One of the most amazing things that I did not expect is as we finished building the house, as we finished everything up, my wonderful wife Pansa, who had managed most of it, she'd managed all the communication and the liaison with the contractors and purchasing and everything that we needed to do, because my Thai language is not sufficient for that, and there are too many things that I don't understand culturally in dealing with people in these ways, some of which I'll outline in these videos. But what surprised me was that as we were finishing up, she suggested that we should buy another piece of land and build a house, like a spec house, to on-sell it. And I just said, oh, come on, let's just take a breather for a minute and see if we can get this house finished first and move in, and then maybe look at it again. So far, it's not something that we've done. It would be financially stretching us too much to do it, but just to encourage you that this was such a good experience for us to build a home that my wife wanted to start it all over again as we were finished. In this first video, it'll give you an overview of what the land looked like, how it was, and the first steps that we took towards building our home here, and the different things that involved with sorting out the boundaries and stuff like that. This townhouse has been home for about 6 years now to me, and it's been great staying here. All these rather noisy neighbours and all their 7 dogs moved in, but anyway, that's another story. And it's quite a nice spot. It's nice and quiet at this time of the morning. Beautiful sunny day in Chiang Mai. So it's been really enjoyable living here. I do like it, but I won't miss the view of all these power lines when I look out from my porch, and just looking forward to getting down to Chom Tong and all the beautiful nature, the countryside. Here we are on the land, and just talking to the guy that's going to do the grading for us tomorrow, and just making sure whereabouts that we can put a house where we can level the land, because it's quite varied. It used to be rice paddies by the look of it, and now it's been growing lamyai trees for quite a while. So these trees have been here for a while, they're bearing fruit. And so the previous owner will let him harvest the fruit from them the rest of this season. But we'll put the house here. There's a fairly big area down here that we'll be able to utilise to put the house. It hasn't got many trees on, it's got one small one and a dead one, so we'll make use of that. And then we've just got to find tomorrow out where is the boundary. Down the eastern edge of the property because it's not 100% sure, but they're pretty relaxed about these things here, it seems. It's not too difficult to sort it out with your neighbour, and we've got to be a couple of metres in for the boundary, and then we've got to leave about 3 metres all around the house as well. But here we are. You can see some of the mountain today. It's a bit cloudy, but that's going to be the view, and we'll be 2 stories high in the house, so the second floor, the second story will be our bedroom, so the view from our porch is going to be pretty spectacular. So this is our piece of land. It's got our name on it. Well, the bank's got the paperwork for it, but it'll be ours eventually. We've spent most of the day down at the government office and the electricity office and organising to get some pipes in for the entranceway. There's a small canal up by the road that we need to put some pipe in to gain access to the land so the grader can come in, the guy with the backhoe can come in tomorrow. So this is up the top part of the land, up near the road, and just sort of looking back down across the neighbours' rice fields. The rice has just recently been planted, and then all of these wonderful lamyai trees, these fruit trees here. And then back out to the road here, and then just before the road, we've been doing a lot of discussion about this little irrigation canal that's here. That's vital at this time of the year because it's rainy season, and irrigating the rice and the lamyai trees is really important. So we've got to put an entranceway in just down over here, and that's going to be, I think, half a dozen pipes, sections of pipe that'll come in somewhere around here. Then we'll put the entranceway just here and make sure it's wide enough and easy enough to get in and out. And then on the other end of the section down there somewhere is going to be where the electricity comes in. So we just need to provide one pole and the cable and everything. That's going to be done tomorrow. That was organised this afternoon and will be complete by this time tomorrow, which is pretty awesome to get it done just like that. But that's because of that lady there. My wife has organised all these things. She does a great job. It's all go. We've just arrived just before the pipes have arrived. The backhoe's already here. He's been working already, and the sun is shining. It doesn't look like we're going to have any hold-ups with weather, with rain or anything. It's a good day. Here we are just after lunch, and he's still working hard, having to take a couple more trees out than when anticipated, but we're clearing the land, and this is where our house will be. This is the plot of land that we'll build on, and the view that we'll see. It's pretty cool. We'll still have quite a number of trees back there, and that low area where he's just got his digger now will get him to fill some of the land from back here, and we're going to have to dig quite a bit out to level it, and he'll take that out and put it down at that low area. He's using the water channel that he's made around the edge to check the level. It's pretty clever. That's the way they do things here. And just creating some good drainage for us for when it rains in the future. Yesterday we asked him to take the level down a little bit lower, and we've come this morning. We're a little bit late today, but he's been on the job and done a great job. he was concerned if he took the level down that he'd start finding a lot of rock, but it doesn't look like that's happened. And our concern for it, the level being too high, was that we were going to have to fill in over the back a bit more, and I don't want to do that because that's where we're going to be building, and I don't want to be building over an area that's been recently filled. It's not safe. So it looks like we've overcome that issue. It's very good. So just getting him to put a shelf in this embankment to allow us to plant some trees along there. We'll plant the whole embankment and keep it looking nice and keep it from eroding. But we figured we could probably put a line of fruit trees in there. It'll help give the house a bit more shade and just give it a nice outlook and a nice environment. Run's been making good progress again today with his digger. It's all nice and level. Huge area. It's been a little bit tricky doing it without the builder here, because I'd anticipated that we were going to have some help with planning and figuring out where the house was going to go. So we've had to do it ourselves. We've had to figure this out, but we've got a good driveway coming down there. It's fairly steep, but he's cut away, and we've kind of marked out today the area where we think it's going to be, just with some bamboo posts and some string, and it's looking pretty good. And the man with the dig has also been busy down the back a bit more this morning. It wasn't too much work, just to clear away through here, down the side of the property and right down the back, to level off a nice little area out there where we will put one of our guest rooms eventually. That's on stage 2 of our plan. But it's a nice, quiet little secluded spot back here. Should be beautiful for a guest room. And this will be the view from the guest room out the back. One of the most baffling ones for me was trying to figure out with Pansa what the story with the boundary on the property was, because down the boundary where we're running our driveway, the owner of the land, the previous owner of the land that we bought from, has marked it out, and it's pretty much like a zigzag in a lot of the initial stages of it, right down beside our driveway. It looks like the edge of this chetty. So I've just been a bit puzzled by this. I've been a bit baffled by it all. So it's kind of interesting to find out that the plan that we have with a straight line down the edge is from the government, but that was taken from an aerial photograph. So we're going to arrange to have the government guys come in and map the land and plot the land out and give us the exact boundaries and the title. But I've discovered that that includes getting the owner of the land, the previous owner, Long One, that we've bought it from, and the neighbour of the other land, and they will have a discussion together about where the boundary is. And the government officers will go, oh, yeah, okay, that's it. Well, that's where we'll put the markers in. And that's the way of the land will lie, and that's where the boundaries will be drawn. So it's kind of a different way of doing things than what I'd been used to back in New Zealand, but there you go. This is Thailand and we'll roll with it, and it's not a big issue. It's just about making sure that the ground there is good for both parties, and that the irrigation water flows properly, and the plants, the trees and the rice all get enough water. So that was an interesting discussion. It was a bit tense, it was a bit sort of uncertain from my perspective on how things work, but I've been educated and I'm learning. It's good life. And one of the key things that I've learned living in Thailand for all these years is that if I get a bit upset about something, if there's some miscommunication, I've got to ask myself, what am I not understanding? What am I not perceiving correctly? Rather than thinking, oh, they're wrong, they're doing it the wrong way. It's a matter of just taking stock of my own thoughts and then asking some more questions to clarify and to understand, and to deal with my preconceptions of how I think it should be done or how it's been done in the past in other places that I've lived. Things are often a lot more relaxed here, but in the end everything works well so long as you're keeping tabs on it and you've got a pretty good idea of how things are going. There is sometimes in some contractors a tendency to cut corners, and so we had to watch out for that, but pretty much everything was done really well. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this first video. I'll link each one that I put together in a series and a playlist, so if you want to work through them, if you want to jump through them, and in the naming of the videos and the descriptions I'll try and give a bit of an outline of what it is in each video, so that I hope this will give you a really helpful experience when you're enjoying these videos. Thanks for watching. For a full playlist of the Building Suan Sook videos, please click here.